Kendrick Lamar and Drake have spent the better part of the year circling each other like heavyweight champions in the final round of a legendary bout. Diss tracks were traded, alliances were exposed, and the cultural divide between artistry and algorithmic clout was brought to center stage. Now, after months of lyrical warfare and public speculation, their feud has officially crossed over into the award show arena, setting the stage for one of the most talked about moments in recent MTV VMA history. Welcome to Celebrity Rap Life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. Both rap titans are nominated in the Best Hip-Hop category at the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards, a symbolic face-off that comes with more weight than a mere trophy. For Kendrick, the nomination represents the culmination of a cultural moment, an artistic and strategic masterclass that transformed beef into broadcast art. For Drake, it's a solitary nod in a year where his once dominant pop appeal showed signs of erosion, especially in the wake of public backlash and what many perceive as a critical misstep with his latest project, $$OM$$XE $$for you. Kendrick's Not Like Us, the track that detonated like a bomb across the internet, is his submission for Best Hip Hop. It's a West Coast anthem laced with direct shots, celebratory defiance, and a calculated vision of triumph. On the other hand, Drake enters the category with Nokia, a track that many critics have described as underwhelming when stacked against Kendrick's relentless barrage. Some see it as poetic justice. Others see it as MTV gently acknowledging the elephant in the room without wading too far into controversy. But this isn't just about one category. Kendrick isn't pulling up to the VMAs just for a trophy. He's entering as a frontrunner, with 10 nominations across major categories including Artist of the Year, Video of the Year, and Best Album. The video for Not Like Us, co-directed by Kendrick and his longtime creative partner Dave Free, is also nominated for Best Direction, cementing his dominance not just as a rapper but as a visual architect of the culture. Drake, by contrast, has only this one nomination, Best Hip Hop. In any other year, the OVO founder would have likely pulled in several nods. But 2025 has been different. His album, while successful in raw streaming numbers, failed to spark the critical acclaim or cultural impact that Kendrick's grand national campaign delivered. The shift is palpable, and so is the message. The industry is watching, and this year, it's rewarding substance. The tension leading up to the award show has already ignited countless conversations online. Fans from both camps are gearing up, dissecting every lyric, every VMA prediction list, and every possible on-stage outcome. What if Kendrick wins and uses the stage to send a final message? What if Drake shows up with a rebuttal performance? What if they both attend, and for the first time, the Cold War becomes a live television moment? Adding even more gravity to Kendrick's VMA appearance is the shadow of his Emmy nominations, earned for his now iconic Super Bowl halftime performance. That February showcase was more than just a concert, it was a statement. With cameos from Samuel L. Jackson, Serena Williams, and DJ Mustard, and powerful choreography that wove together themes of resistance, revolution, and hip-hop lineage, the performance earned critical acclaim and 4 Emmy nods: Outstanding Variety Special, Live, Outstanding Directing for a Variety Special, Outstanding Music Direction, and Outstanding Choreography. And let's not forget, Kendrick has already tasted Emmy glory. He took home the award in 2022 for his role in the historic halftime show alongside Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, and Mary J. Blige, a generational roll call that united hip-hop royalty on one stage. But this year's solo show took things further, layering sharp political commentary with subtle and not-so-subtle jabs at Drake. One of the most talked-about moments came during the performance of Not Like Us. While Kendrick self-censored the infamous certified pedophile line in front of the live audience, he looked directly into the camera and smirked while rapping. Say Drake, I hear you like young / you better not ever go to cell block 1 / to any / bitch that talk to him and they in love / just make sure you hide your lil sister from him. That smirk, shared across tens of millions of screens, said more than any bar could. Samuel L. Jackson, who played the character of Uncle Sam during the halftime performance, later reflected on the moment during Paloma Faith's Mad Sad Bad podcast. I didn't know what they were doing, Jackson said. It wasn't until dress rehearsal that I looked up and saw the stage. I go, oh shit, that's a flag. Ah fuck, we're being revolutionaries. The performance wasn't just a concert, it was layered with coded visuals, symbolism, and enough subtext to fuel think pieces for months. It was Kendrick using a global platform to plant his flag, not just against Drake, but for everything his art represents. That same energy has carried over into the Grand National Tour, which has become a cultural force in its own right. With SZA by his side and surprise appearances from artists like Doekiai, Kendrick's tour has transformed into a mobile protest, a celebration, and a victory lap all rolled into one. At each stop, the crowd erupts into chants of "Not Like Us" before he even hits the stage. It's not just a song anymore, it's an anthem of resistance, a line in the sand, and perhaps the most culturally relevant diss track in years. Drake, meanwhile, has remained relatively quiet. Aside from a few cryptic Instagram stories and features on other artists' tracks, he has yet to offer a full response. His strategy has been one of silence, or perhaps calculation. Some fans speculate that he's waiting for the VMA stage to deliver a moment of his own. Others believe he's already moved on, focusing on other projects and letting the controversy fade. But in an era where perception is everything, one thing is clear. This VMA face-off isn't just about who wins Best Hip Hop. It's about who owns the narrative. The industry is watching. The fans are watching. And the stakes couldn't be higher. It's worth remembering that just 5 years ago, Drake and Kendrick were both considered kings of the same realm, different lanes, different vibes, but equally dominant. Drake had the charts. Kendrick had the critics. And together, they represented two sides of hip-hop's golden coin. But 2025 changed that. The gloves came off. Lines were drawn. And suddenly, fans were forced to choose sides in a battle that has stretched far beyond music. Kendrick's current dominance is a testament to the power of patience, vision, and purpose. He didn't just release a diss track. He orchestrated a campaign, one that began with subliminals, built into lyrical assaults, and climaxed with a Super Bowl performance and now a tidal wave of award nominations. This is the kind of long game that few artists play, and even fewer execute with this level of precision. Drake, for all his strengths, seems to have stumbled into a narrative he can't quite control. His response tracks were uneven. His public statements felt defensive. And for the first time in over a decade, the man who used to own summer is now playing catch-up in a season that feels custom-built for someone else. Still, if there's one thing we know about Drake, it's that he's never truly out. His ability to bounce back is legendary. Whether it's a surprise drop, a viral video, or an unexpected feature, Drake knows how to shift the conversation. And that's what makes the MTV VMAs so unpredictable. Will he show up? Will he perform? Will he reclaim the stage, or quietly bow out of the spotlight for now? And if Kendrick wins, and all signs point to him cleaning house, what message will he deliver? Will he double down? Or will he pivot to something new? The moment is loaded. The air is tense. And on the night of the VMAs, the world will be watching two of hip-hop's most iconic figures stand on opposite sides of the same spotlight. It's not just another awards show. It's a verdict. A cultural referendum on the most talked-about feud in music. And whatever happens next, one thing is guaranteed. This battle isn't over. Not even close. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.